From Studio 5 in New York City, this is the News at 6.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, earlier this week, the United States and Canada agreed to hold a peace conference to end the tension between the two countries. We'll be watching with you, wondering if on the brink of war, these two people, President O'Neill Shaquille and Prime Minister Walleye, will be able to work together to prevent disaster.
It is great to finally speak to you, Mr. President.
Yes, it's a sweet treat to talk to you.
So, we might as well get started.
All right. Hand all of your natural resources over, or else. You heard me. I have 10 million Skull Troopers ready to unleash on Canada.
It does not need to go this way, Mr. President. Can't we have a peaceful conversation here?
Well, I guess. But what do you have to offer?
We can work out an exchange of land and resources.
Okay, so really what you're saying is Canada is just going to become a part of Michigan?
Let's be serious here.
No.
I was really hoping we could touch on the fact that the U.S. would likely pursue oil operations in the parts of Canadian wilderness that we are trying to preserve. This is something that my people have been very upset about, and we want to work towards preventing it.
Okay, but I have a huge army.
Mr. President.
Okay, I will explode Canada.
Let's be serious here.
We need natural resources. You have what we need, so we need yours.
Well, let's look at the facts here. The United States uses nearly 2 million barrels of oil per day compared to our 1.8 million. And by the way, 3.3 million barrels that the U.S. uses each day are from Canada.
Dude, that's not even that much oil. That's only 21% of our imports.
That's quite a bit of oil. Due to the North American Free Trade Agreement, we are already required to export 74% of our crude oil into the United States. 100% would hardly make it much of a difference.
I don't care. I want your oil. And if we're talking about NAFTA, then how about we just get rid of it completely and I can just have all of your juicy Canadian goods?
Mexico is part of the NAFTA agreement as well.
What? Wait, what?
Mexico?
What's that?
Mr. President O'Neill Shaquille.
Listen here, Walleye.
Canada is 1.6% larger than the United States, but yet the population is 10 times smaller. You have the largest amount of freshwater lakes in the world, and you have a stockpile of resources, but you don't use them. We need Canada more than Canada needs Canada.
We cannot just give up all of our land.
Why not?
On the subject of NAFTA, Mr. President, let's talk about the former President Trump's decisions to place tariffs on goods such as softwood lumber as well as steel and aluminum.
What about it?
Well, was it really necessary? The tariffs only decrease employment and reduce income.
Okay, Buster. You're really starting to push my buttons.
I thought we were going to have a serious discussion here today.
Okay. I guess you can just talk about nature or something.
Sounds good. Okay, the U.S. Department of the Interior and National Park Service focus on preserving the U.S. wilderness. Are you not behind the department of your government?
No, I'm pretty sure I deleted that.
What about the North American Agreement of Environmental Cooperation? It's called an agreement for a reason, Mr. Shaquille. You have to abide by it.
That is it. I'm calling in my fighter jets to explode Canada.
We've been allies since the early days, since the American Revolution. Now wait a second.
Give me all of Canada or I blow it up with bazooka.
I will not stand for this.
I've offered you a pretty simple choice, Prime Minister Walleye.
Okay, fine. What do you want, Mr. President?
That is King, Mr. President, to you, Buster.
Right. Sorry.
All of Canada will become part of Michigan, and it is all of its resources what is going to belong to the U.S. You will also have to erase all evidence that Canada, it just was never a country to begin with.
Sir, yes, sir.
I mean, you might as well just make Alaska part of Michigan, too. I mean, I don't think anyone lives there anyway, so I don't think they'd care. Good day, saw.
Okay, so it looks like Canada no longer exists and Michigan got super big. Okay, I guess we'll see you tomorrow night when we'll be interviewing Brad Hall, a famous shoe reviewer, and a man who is convinced he is deceased rapper XXX Tentacion.